Grace and peace to you all. This is Pastor Pimpong. Today, I am here at the place we call Folly. Okay, the Folly. And at the very entrance, you have, this is Dr. Spring. This is where Dr. Spring used to live many years ago in the 70s and late 60s. This Dr. Spring used to live here. And this place was the Center for Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR. This is where their office used to be. Now it is no longer that. Now it is known as the Kwapon House for the high school student at Chola Secondary School. So let me take you into the Folly. So I will walk through here to go to school. Now this is where I will walk the Folly. So you see all this, these trees. All these trees were here. They were small when we were little, but not quite little. But by estimation, these trees may be somewhere in the 80 years old or so, and some may be even more than that. You see the Siba cotton tree. This is the cotton tree, Unyina tree. You have over there, all these trees over here. Now you see this building. Once upon a time, all this road were tarred, but erosion has, taken care of everything. These houses were, I tell you, they were so gorgeous. These houses, so gorgeous, so gorgeous. Better, but now it looks like they've all been run down, and the road also is, run down. This place was not bushy like this. It was so clear, and there was a court over there where they play either tennis or something over there, but it's all gone now. It's everything, the whole place looks so unkempt. But that's the depression. It's, the whole area has become a depressed area. And you have all this, look at the buildings. These are all the buildings for the professors. You see professors, but they've all been run down. I don't know. And then this building used not to be here. Somebody just put the structure here. There was no cassava farm and all those things. They were not here, But the whole place is looking so depressed. You see all these farms, which is okay, but it's used not to be here. The whole place used to be very nice. This particular house was very, very beautiful. I've forgotten the name of the family that lived here, but the Agbostrings lived somewhere here. The Agbostrings and Mrs. Dopo. I remember some of the names. Mr. Kote, all of them used to live around here. Ms. Dopo was the headmistress at I believe, University Primary School, or Ashwata Primary School, one of those, you see. But this is where, and I'll walk through this place, going to school at Alubushi Primary and Alubushi Middle School. I'll walk through here and walk from the house, and I'll take you to my house. I'll go and do a little bit clip there so you can see, it's almost about 2 miles or 3 miles that I will walk, to school. Every day, walk to school and walk back. So you can tell where I got my walking from. It's a Pastor Pimpong. How are you able to manage to walk that many miles? Well, I got it from this good training. I won't say hard training. Walking from my house to school. I won't say it's a hard training. It's a good training because it helped me. Now, I'm able to walk distances. I've walked distances. I've walked 30 miles here in Ghana from Ayimensa to the University of Ghana. There you go. So you see, these are the buildings, the houses that I passed all these houses. Then they were very, very beautiful. The whole place wasn't so bushy like this, and now it looks like it has become so depressed. An area, the buildings have become so dilapidated, but people still live in it. Could be that there's no money to do some kind of facelifting, so they are making do with what they have. And I'll walk through this area. There used to be, through this area, there used to be a gate Sister, where are you coming from? Aluboshi?
No.
Where?
Golf Hills.
What's the name of it?
Golf Hills.
Golf Hills. Why do they call it Golf Hills? This is where I used to walk to. I'll walk through the side. There was a gate here, go down, cross the bridge to go to Aluboshi. I was going to school at Aluboshi then, many years back. Yeah. But it's now called Golf Hills. It's near St. John's Preparatory School.
Oh, it's not far. It's not there.
So when they say Golf Hills, they play golf there?
I don't know. By the name of this street.
Okatri. Now then, in America say, then no golf street.
Me bato yi.
Unzu beto. Yeah, wo afi ben.
Me baby na me ba yo.
Okay. Until you name her that well. Okay. Yo, Jamin sure why? Okay. Chief, I just saw you over there. Is this the road that leads to Aluboshi? Well, I used to go to school to Aluboshi and we walk through this place. I'll walk through this. There was a gate over here. Is the gate still there?
No.
They've taken it away. How about the bridge? The bridge that you cross the river? Wow. Now, this place used to be called the Folly. Is this still called the Folly?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you do?
Electrician.
What do you do?
Electrician.
Electrician? Yeah. Wow. I'm proud of you. You make the electric work.
Yeah.
So you see, the gate was right here. And today you see there is this tree was here then. It's a small tree. There was a gate and I will enter in and then descend this footpath. Oh man, you descend it and go down, and I'm heading towards Aluboshi School. But I'll just take you to the railway station and that's it. But this is where we go through. You see this bush? It was still as bushy as this when we were going. And I'll walk through here as a small boy going to school, Aluboshi School. And then we'll come to a place where there was a bridge and there's a stream, the Odo River. And then we'll cross the Odo River and then go to school. Right now, look at this. Well, at the time, we didn't have all this open, exposed rock. And it was not, we didn't have these breaks here. So something has happened. Serious erosion has taken place and has eroded all these things. But here we are. We come through here, go through here, and then we'll cross the bridge. I'll show you the bridge. And that bridge in June when it rains becomes flooded. Here we are. And I'll come through here. I'll let this guy show me where is the bridge? Okay. So now you see this place has all developed. Then we didn't have this road. It has developed. So we'll cross and then we'll come through and cross over the bridge and then go over into the village. That's Aluboshi village over there. Wow. So you see the bridge, even it's a big bridge now. I think this is a new one because we had a small one. Yeah, it's a small one, but it's the wood one, yeah. Yeah, you remember the wood one? Yeah. And that's the Odo River over here. My beloved, it looks so beautiful. This is where the Lord has brought me to. He carried me on his wings like an eagle. Can you imagine crossing that wooden bridge? It will be shaky sometimes. It has flooded and the water running directly underneath it. And we'll cross gingerly. Boys will cross. But there have been instances where some of the children, one or two of the children have been swept away. Many kids have died in this river. But look at the Odo River now. It was not as wide as this then, but it always overflowed its bank. And so here you have the Odo River, but now it has been constructed. There are foot brakes. Hey, it is saying, good. How are you? Good. So you see the brake. So I come here and look at the Odo River. There was not a heap of, trash like this, But then, and it was not as high as this. It was very low. It was wooden, and then we'll go through it. And then once you cross it, we'll go and cross the railway track, and then head off into the school, which is beyond the Aluboshi school, right? It is right somewhere in there is Aluboshi school. So you see over there, go through. I will not go through there, but this is what we have. And you see, what's your name again? Kojontri. Thank you so much. This is Mr. Kojontri. He's an electrician here, hard-working man. I told him that he's the one who keeps the lights on in Ghana or perhaps in Achimota area. Okay, Kojontri, God bless you. Yamin Shrao. Okay, bye-bye. So here you have the Odo River. You see, now it has widened up. There is a pig. I hope this pig is not, oh yeah, it's not dead. Look at pigs. There are pigs over there. Wow, lying right there. See the pigs? Pacho, sir. Wewu, Bakuna down, wewu. The pig line, that big one over there. It's sleeping. Wow, it's pretending as if it is dead. You know what the one I'm pointing to? Yeah. Wow, you see the pigs right there. Pigs are scavengers, of course, and they clean, around the area. It's from the trash. Is this somebody's pig? It belongs to somebody. The person living here. So the pig will always go back. Oh my. Aren't you all enjoying this? This is so beautiful. So this is where I went to school, and I'll walk through. We'll cross this railway track and then cross another stream. There was a stream over there that we'll cross and then walk through the village, the houses, and then end up in the Aluboshi school. So that is what I did for how many years? For almost about 9 years. I'll walk to that place. And today, look at where the Lord has brought me. God, I appreciate my early beginnings. You see, that's the Odo River. Go all over, and when it becomes in its flood stage, you don't want to mess with it because it will sweep you away. Now, further beyond there, you go to Domi. It goes all the way to Domi. A place, a suburb called Domi. Goes to Domi. Goes past the St. John's. St. John's Primary School somewhere in the back there. Yeah, right there. Okay, so my beloved, this is Pastor Pimpong. Pastor Pimpong here in Achimota, actually Aluboshi. This is where I am, Aluboshi. And the place has developed so much. Of course, it has developed, but it's a mixed bag thing because you have the widening of the Odo River, all the choking, you have all that dump. They've dumped all this trash over here. I hope that they are all going to be removed and cleared so the whole place becomes so clean and neat. So if you are watching me, if you are watching from abroad, wherever you are, and you have some money that you can invest in helping us here, look, we'll gladly receive it. To come and say, well, I'm going to invest this money in cleaning up this mess and developing this area into a tourist spot where you have boats. You put boats on this river, make it into a lake where you have boats on it so people will come from afar to visit. Look, I mean this one. If you are there, you have money that you can invest to make this happen, please, we will gladly take it. I believe the Ghana government will be glad to take it. So you can make the place look clean, save some little boy or little girl who you wouldn't want to see breathing all this kind of things that emanate from the dumpster here. Okay, listen, God bless you. This is Pastor Pimpong again from Aluboshi, where I attended school. Again, look up the hills. This has been a stone quarry. They've broken all this, but houses are being built around here. Solid houses are being built around here. And you have all this. There's another bridge over here they can cross. At that time, the bridge that we crossed was almost like that bridge, and it had the handle we crossed over there. So when the rain it's flooded, oh my, it's difficult. But here we are. And the Uchi Aluboshi. Yeah. Aluboshi, man. How long have you been in? How long? 15. 15. Me feel answer now. Oh boy. Yeah, me feel best. early 70s. No? Yeah. And I'm sure why. You, God bless you. Kojo entry? Yeah. Kojo means you're from Kojo. Okay. God bless. Bye-bye. Okay. So here you have, I'm going back, and you have all these buildings, the construction work that has gone on in this area. People are selling along. All this place was not here. This place was not here. All this place was not here. There's been massive construction work done. You have this road over here that used not to be here. This road, you didn't have all these vendors along this area. You didn't have them all here. All these places were not here. In fact, this whole place was a bush, very bushy. But today, you have development has come here, and the place looks so great. I am going to walk through the backside. I'm going to show you. So you have all this. There used to be a lake here called Takit, where we will come. A lake was around Takit, where we will come and swim. I was hard at that time. I was a little hard-headed. They'll tell me don't go. Don't go because for fear that I'll drown, because there were children who are drowned, in the river. And so my parents and my brothers would tell us not to. But myself and my little brother Alfred will come to Takit. I didn't know how to swim, so I would just be wading through the pond. And it was believed that Takit, there was crocodile in Takit, that river. And also, how we were superstitious. But of course, some would say superstition, but they believe that there was some idol or some demonic powers there that demand the life of little children. So we don't have to go there, but we'll go still away and go. And it was not a clean water. We just go there. I'll walk through it. I don't know how to swim, but thank God that I didn't get drowned. The Lord has delivered me from so many things. From Takit, Odo River, going to fish. With Odo River, sometimes you walk, going to school, it's over flooded, and you have to go through it carefully. And the Lord has spared us, saved us all. My beloved, this is it. I want to show you. This is our glory gatehouse. But yeah, sorry. You don't think so? Okay. Amen. So all this building constructions. This whole place used to be very bushy. Not forest, but sort of bushy area. And this was a stone quarry. But today, they've been built on that area. The lands have been sold, and people have built beautiful structures on them here in Achimota, Accra. Now, this road, I believe, is the road that this is a good city of favor. Wow. Okay, this is a church. City of favor. I don't know the road that leads to the church. Happening. That's what the City of Favor Church is over there. And then you have all this kind of construction work, endlessly going on right here. On one side you have development, you have high-end houses. On the other hand, you have all this kind of huts, a very depressed neighborhood or community. But in all, God has been sustaining and keeping all of them. This is Pastor Pimpong, my early morning walk on the streets of Achimota and Alogboshi. I went to school at Alogboshi. It's a village, great school, good teachers, disciplinarians who instilled a lot of discipline in me, which I still I'm appreciating now until now, you know. And you have this road, you know, used not to be here. This is also, you know, a new one. It's a continuation from, you know, I think it's a Link Road or Signals Road, that road are there where the church, you know, the Calvary Church is. This church, this building, this street used not to be here. This building used not to be here. All these buildings used not to be here. The whole place was a bush full of stones, rocks. So it was at one point a stone quarry. Even at that time, the stone quarry hadn't even progressed to this very area. But today, look, the whole area has been turned into a very beautiful community. You know, houses, you know, buildings have been constructed to keep your favor. Have all this city center vehicle inspection. All this place with palm trees. Beautiful. Beautiful area. My beloved, I trust that you are enjoying this presentation. I see the name Apostle Amegache Drive. Can anybody tell me why the name Apostle Amegache Drive? Who lives here? Apostle Amegache?
No, it's estate.
He owns it.
No.
He's a pastor.
Who is he alive?
Yeah.
And he owns the place.
The owner of this place named this place.
After him. Wow. Apostle Amagachi. Huh. This place used not to be here. In the 70s, this whole place was bush. Now look at this place. Beautiful. God bless you. Thank you. Apostle Amagachi. So you have all these buildings. Palm trees. These are royal palms. Beautiful. Yeah. Great development in here that you have. The street. Wow. Beloved, call somebody and tell them that Pastor Pimpong is on his early morning walk and is showing us around at Shimota College, at Shimota, the Folly, 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 the Folly, and also Alobushi. You know, I show you how I walk from my house through the Folly, down through those bushes, across the bridge to go to school, through the huts and houses to go to school, and then back. And that's the same place that is in Alubushi, where in the 70s we'll be having, late 60s and early 70s, we're having crusades, you know, having crusades. My encounter with the Lord Jesus Christ was very, very early. And my work in the work of evangelism, I thank God for Mama Susie, the Mama Susie of United Calvary Church, who, by the grace of God, I encountered and worshipped at Calvary. That was where, you know, we were taught how to do dawn broadcasts. We'll wake up early in the morning before day break. We'll go through the communities, 68, 69, 70. We're having dawn broadcasts, you know, all through. Till I left in 83, we were having dawn broadcasts. We'll wake up early in the morning. And this place is called the Canteen. This is where the staff of the University of Ghana staff, they used to live, they lived right here. And so these were the last houses that were here. But now it has gone through, they've developed the whole backside. Now we come onto this road. I've forgotten the name of this road. I think this is called the Link Road, but I don't know. You know, this is to be the University of Ghana, the staff houses, Mr. Accra, and all this building, all this here. And the staff canteen used to be somewhere here. It used to be here, right there. And the staff canteen. And there's a lot to be said about the staff canteen. That's where they used to have, they'll have parties the high school students, when they come home, they get together, they organize what do you call it? Get together. We were young children and we were not allowed to get in, but we will try to find a way to come. Even when our parents were telling us to stay home, we'll find a way to go and just to listen to the music. I think I'll take you there and show you the canteen. Talk about the canteen. Okay. Now, Mr. Ngmai, this is where Mr. Ngmai used to live. Mr. Ngmai used to live here. And Mr. Abuaji, who is a chief now, he used to live in this place. Okay. And this is the canteen. This is the canteen. Kwesi? 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 Yes? Present, please. Dabi, your canteen, yeah, Achimota school, Achimota call it canteen, she bought them, Mama Jo. Okay, you're all right, don't. Okay, bye-bye. So this was the canteen. This place used to be the canteen, and they will have parties and we'll come and dance here. And we as the children will come and at this place, these things were not here. There was just only this fence that was in the end. We'll have party, they'll be dancing, we'll be out there just watching them dance. We couldn't go in. So this is the canteen. And then you have this place, the staff quarters, university staff, they all come here. The place has changed so drastically, but this is where it is now. And now you have all these people living here. It is no longer a canteen, it is a residency. So you all live here, is that right? Okay. I used to be here in the 70s. And this used to be a canteen. Used to be the canteen where they have parties and all that, dance and all that. This is what it used to be. Yeah. But today, you all live. How many people live here now? 2 people. Wow. So it has been converted into a residency. So you have 2 people living here. Okay. God bless you all. Okay. Nyamishrao. Okay. Bye-bye. So that's, you see, it has changed. There's been a transformation in the whole area. You go down there, you have the whole place has also changed all the way down there. See the road? The road has become so decrepit, all that is erosion, everything is just messed up. The houses also, you're looking so dilapidated. This is Mr. Man's house. That used to be a very great place, but now, hey, what to say? Good, I'm not doing. And you have this houses. These are all residents. They used to be beautiful residents, for the university staffs, but all of them have, have become, just decrepit. Takwe used to be here. Mr. I've forgotten his name. Let me see all this. Sequoia and all, Mr. Jomo, all of them used to live right here. But today the whole place has changed. The whole place has changed. It has changed. It has changed. Not for the good though. The road, I wish they could have maintained this road because it used to be a very nice road where cars will come through here. I don't know if cars even drive today. They drive everywhere. Look at this massive potholes which could be fixed in all these houses that were the envy of those of us who lived in Ojo Quarters. We wish we had a place like this to live, self-contained, but today it looks different. All these houses. This is Mr. Jekum. This was Mr. Jekum's house. We saw Jekum. And then it's a quarter over there. And there was this Mr. Jomo lived over here. and all this. I remember most of those names, they all lived here. But today, the whole place, is looking different. And it has not been maintained that well. So it becomes so depressed. Okay. Good. So you see, this is the place we used to call this place Six Pillars. 6 pillars. There were 6 pillars over there so we call that place 6 pillars. And then down below over there was Mr. You see Igala, Ayana lived over there. And then Mr. Yan was at the back. You have Zilla, Georgina, Quincy, Frank, Teresa, all of them used to live in the back there. Now I'm back on the Achimota Road. This is Achimota, part of the Achimota Road, Achimota College Road. And this road also, when I was the same, if I'm not going to school, if I don't take the folly, sometimes I'll take the street, I'll walk all the way from our house or Jokotes on this street all the way to the Achimota Village, and over there too, you have to cross the Oda River. It was on this road one day. I was a child, very small, very short guy too, and I had closed from school. I was going home, coming from this direction, going home, when at the junction, right at the corner over there, a car that was coming from here stopped, asking me where I was going, and that I should come. They were going to give me a ride. Oh my! At that time, one of the chiefs has died. Perhaps it was Ashanti chief that had died, and it was a dangerous thing at that time. So when it happened like that, when they said they would pick me up, I was only about maybe 10 years old. Yeah. So when we stopped at that, I took off. I took off running. And you can see a short man. I was a short boy running. It was like the wind was carrying me. I did not look back till I got home. My heart was panting. Took off. Because I didn't know what they were going to. Why was he going to pick me up? Going to use me for sacrifice of what? So that time they'll go out when the chief dies, they'll go out of the Escarte to go and look for human heads. I didn't want my head to become part of that sacrifice. So I had to take off, run. And God delivered me from that. It was the same road also that a taxi driver, somebody took my mother. My mother took a car to come home. And as he was coming, there was a guy walking the street who also stopped the car and had come in thinking his intention was different because he was, in fact, the story was that when my mother was walking down the street, when this man was walking out, it was way around 1 a.m. in the morning. My mother had just apparently didn't get transport early to coming from downtown. And the last truck he got, dropped him at Achimota Village, down there. We passed it. So then he saw a car, a taxi, so he took it. He started walking, and we was walking. She was walking and coming. Then came this lonely car. This car God sent a car. And the car saw my mom. First the car passed. But then when he went ahead, he saw this gentleman who was walking, who was there, at least when she was stalking my mom. So he quickly stopped and came back and picked my mother. And when he picked my mother, the man stopped. The guy also wasn't going. So the guy picked the man up. Knowing the man's intent, he drove the car all the way to the police station. So I showed the police station right here. That was where he went and handed the man over to them and then dropped my mother at the house. So that was, my mother came, when he came, she got home, her heart was just panting because she didn't know what would have happened to her. Anything could have happened to her. But thank God that the Lord delivered my mother from a very serious danger that would have come. And so, my beloved, on that note, I want to show you the backside of our house. That's where we used to live. Now, this is the house Mr. Nsako. This is where he lived. He was the one, well, first it was Mr. Mr. Nsako was the second to come here, but there was a guy over here before Mr. Nsako. And when this is where we stayed. We stayed at the block over there, that's over there. But I want to talk a little bit about this place, okay? You see that sloping, this, I'll talk about it later on. But this house, I'll talk about that also. Keep an eye on it. God bless you.